Hi everyone, Jane here at Attrell Toyota here in Brampton, and right now you are looking at the brand new 2017 Tundra Double Cab TRD PRO. Now this beautiful truck has tons of features included in it, so I'm going to give you a quick little disclaimer right now that if I am missing anything, or if there's any further information that you would like to know about this truck, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below and or get a hold of our dealership, and we have tons of employees here that'd be more than willing to answer those questions for you. But what I'm going to do for you right now is give you a quick little walk around the exterior, show you as many features as I possibly can, and then I'm going to bring you inside. So starting at the front here, as you can see, this grille looks a little different than our typical Tundra grille, as this is our heritage Toyota grille. So as you can see, it says Toyota in capital letters down the center there. Not only is it beautiful, it's actually historic in the sense that our very first trucks ever made by Toyota did have this grille. So it brings back a little bit of history. We have a black base to that grille. We also have black surround for our headlights, integrated fog lights also with black surround. On the sides here, we have our lovely Michelin all-terrain tires. They are sitting on 18-inch black alloy wheels with a TRD center cap there in red. But I'm sure what you're more interested in than the tires is what is behind them. So I'll see if I can get you a good angle here. But our suspension in this lovely vehicle is a independent high-mounted coil spring suspension. It does have double wishbone as well as bilstein shock absorbers and a TRD remote reservoir, which you can see right there. So it's definitely built to go off-road. Please do it some justice, take it over some terrain. As you can see, we've blacked out the badges for the I-Force as well as the Tundra. That does come standard on the TRD PRO, as well as your door handle there. It is a double cab. Fuel cap will be on the driver's side of the vehicle. We have TRD PRO stamped into the side of the bed there. Blacked out 4x4. We also have Tundra stamped into the tailgate. We have our tow hitch receiver, which I'll talk more about in the cargo section. We do have a dual performance exhaust and the TRD exhaust there. Not only does that increase your horsepower, it just sounds mean. Our rear suspension is a live axle multi-leaf suspension. It also does have bilstein shock absorbers as well as your remote reservoirs back there. Moving up the sides here, we again have your blacked out badging. Our side view mirrors are color keyed. And there you have it, the exterior of the 2017 Tundra Double Cab TRD PRO. Let's go inside. So just before I bring you inside of this gorgeous pickup, I realized that I did miss one thing that I would love to point out about the exterior of this truck, and that is the fact that we have a TRD skid plate at the front also. So when I said that this is made to take off-road, I really meant it. But let's go inside the truck, and before we do, I'd just like to point out that it does come with keyless entry. So simply click the unlock button on your key fob, and that's what's going to allow you right into the vehicle. On the driver's side door here, we have our controls for your power windows as well as your power locks. We have bottle holders as well as regular storage in the door. The driver's seat is an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat with lumbar support. But let's bring you completely inside here and start this lovely truck up. I hope you can hear it because it really does sound aggressive. Oh, nothing beats that. On the left-hand side of our steering wheel, we have tons of controls. This here is for your side view mirrors, our interior light controls, our cargo light controls. This is our manual headlight leveling system. So if you are towing something that's a little heavier and it's pulling down your back end, you can actually adjust where your headlights are pointing so that you don't blind other drivers on the road. We have our blind spot monitor system, which you can turn on and off. And this here is our rear window control, which I'll quickly turn my camera around while I push it. So as you can see, it just slides open like that. On our steering wheel, we have tons of controls. We have all of your controls here for your entertainment system, including your mode and your volume up and down. On the right-hand side, these are all for Bluetooth, including your voice recognition, which by the way works wonders. And your display button is for your multi-information display, which you can see right there in the center of your dash. And it has tons of valuable information. So if you are interested in having a TRD PRO as your truck, definitely go through all the settings in there. On the right-hand side of our steering wheel, we have more controls. We do have our parking sonars, which you can activate and deactivate. We have our traction control, our tow haul mode, and we have our trailer brake output, which is built right into the vehicle. So pretty awesome feature. In the center here, we have our touchscreen display, which does come integrated with AM, FM, XM, a CD player, a reverse camera, as well as the navigation system itself. So to open navigation, you can just open it to full screen like that. As I mentioned, the voice recognition works wonders, so yet another wonderful safety tool, as it does keep your hands on the wheel as much as possible. And I will quickly throw it into reverse for you as well, so you can see how clear that is. The dealership's just right behind us there, yet another wonderful safety tool. But just underneath this screen, we have our air controls, which I actually love the look of this. They're nice big dials and very simple to use. I say this because when you're driving a truck as amazing as this one, you don't want to be looking for little tiny buttons to adjust things. Everything's nice and simple so that you can focus on the ride. Over here, you can change it from 2-wheel drive to 4 low or 4 high. And just underneath that, we have our 2 power outlets here and here, a USB input and auxiliary input, as well as your heated front seat controls. So yes, both the driver as well as the passenger side seat are heated. We have triple cup holder down the center, so feel free to bring those water bottles or coffees with you wherever you go. It is an automatic transmission. However, you can flip it over to Tiptronic if you would prefer to do gear changes yourself. I think that's absolutely fantastic feature, especially when you're towing things around. I know sometimes, not often, but sometimes it will jump revs, and nobody likes that, right? As you can see, there's TRD stamped right into that shift knob there, which is specifically for your TRD Pro. Our center console here also has TRD Pro right on the top of it there, and it is absolutely massive. You can fit pretty much anything you need. If you are working at an off-site construction center or something like that, you got to bring documents with you. I'm sure they would fit in the center console. Not only that, but it also has its own power outlet, and the top is like an organizational feature here. We do have a card holder, tissue holder, as well as some pen holders. So pretty awesome, tons of organizational equipment. Let's talk about comfort. The seats are not only extremely comfortable, they're also very eye-catching. Only for the TRD Pro do we have this black leather material with the red stitching going all the way up, and of course TRD Pro stamped right into the center there so that nobody can forget what you're driving. But that red stitching isn't just on the seats, it actually continues onto the door as well. So absolutely, oh, and on the dash, my mistake. Absolutely beautiful put together interior, but we're not done there. We also have dual overhead illuminated vanity mirrors. We have an auto dimming rear view mirror, which does have a compass integrated with it, as well as garage door openers just across the bottom. I don't know if you can see them properly, but there are 3 of them. Up top here, we have a sunglass holder, which does have a little cushy pad on the inside so that nothing gets scratched. And we have a little business card holder up there for you as well. So not only does it have tons of organizational equipment, it also has great safety features and entertainment. So there you have it, the front seat of the 2017 TRD Pro. So bringing you into the rear seat of the truck, that black leather material as well as the red stitching is carried throughout. So again, they're not just comfortable, they're also very eye-catching. It is a double cab, so it's not as spacious as our Crew Max would be, but it is very spacious still. We do have our contoured front seat backs in this vehicle, so it just allows for a little more legroom from the back passengers to the seats in front of them. We also have a seat back pocket in your passenger side seat there, so tons of places to keep things, including in the doors. And of course, you have the ability of opening and closing your own windows. Now, if you have some beverages that you'd like to carry in the rear here, this does flip down. It gives you access to 2 cup holders. And if you have devices that you would like to charge, we do have our very own power outlet located just back here. So no need to run cords to the front of the vehicle. But we're not done there. These headrests are pretty cool. They do fold down. See if I can do this with one hand. They do fold down just like that. So if you do have something that you have in the bed of your truck and you just want to keep a better eye on it, you can kind of fold these down so that you have a better point of view. And again, it doesn't stop there. I'm just going to leave that up because it's kind of hard to do one-handed. But if you have stuff that you would like to store with you, now that doesn't look like much, but this does open and it gives us tons of room. So if you have toolboxes or anything like that that you want to throw down here, keep them away from the eyes of the passengers and a little more spacious in the rear seat, you are more than welcome to do so. And the other side does flip up as well. So there you have it, the rear seat of the TRD Pro. All right, so of course everyone's interested in the towing and the payload of this truck and just how big this cargo bed is. So this is our 6-foot bed. We also do have everything kind of built into this truck. So we do have our 4 and 7 pin connectors here. We also have our tow hitch receiver. It is an easy lift and lower tailgate. So to explain what that is, it's not going to drop down, so it's not going to break these suspension cords here. It actually has a hydraulic system to stop it from doing that. We do have our spray and bed liner, so feel free to throw your tools back here because the more abuse the better. It is not going to scratch, it's not going to rust. It's literally built to be indestructible. I'm going to hop up here and kind of show you our bed rail system. As you can see, it goes all the way around the truck, and these cleats are removable. So if you want to tie anything down, not only can you move these around to get a better point of access there, but we also have our permanent ones in all four corners of the bed as well. So pretty awesome. And of course, payload is a 1,240 pound payload. And we have 9,700 pounds of towing with this truck. So let's talk a little more about the power as I talk about the engine. All right, my fellow truck enthusiasts, we saved the best for last, the engine. Under the hood here, we are looking at a 5.7 liter I-Force V8 engine. It does have 32 valves as well as dual variable valve timing with intelligence and provides us with tons of power. As I just mentioned, we do have a 1,240 pound payload in this vehicle, as well as towing capabilities up to 9,700 pounds. So the Tundra has actually towed the space shuttle before, a fun fact of the day for you. So tons and tons of power. We get 381 horsepower as well as 401 pound-feet of torque. Now, not only does this truck give us this massive amounts of power, but it's also quite fuel efficient. You're looking at approximately 16.2 liters for 100 kilometers in this vehicle. So not only is this truck absolutely gorgeous, built to go off-road, has great suspension, skid plates, you name it. It has tons of safety features, tons of organizational features, entertainment features, and the best part of it all is the fact that it provides you with so much power and still stays that fuel efficient. So there you have it, my friends, the brand new 2017 Tundra Double Cab TRD PRO. Now, if you like what you're watching, go check out our YouTube channel because we have tons of videos of all the cars, trucks, and SUVs that we have here on the lot, plus some extras. So don't forget to press like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Have a great one, guys.